Hi Cancer, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your August 1st through 7th general reading. The past couple of videos I've been including the astrology. I wasn't going to in this way until I took a look at the first week of August. I realized not only we have the full moon in Aquarius on the 3rd, but there's just so much stuff going on. And this is a huge, huge game changer month. I'm not just saying that. Like literally, this is a life-changing month, and we're going to feel so different as we move into the fall. I'm going to say that, but I pulled the chart. I mean, just look at all of this energy that's culminating here and this new beginning that we have. Like this side is just like, you know, I'm not going to say free and clear because it still obviously has energies that are there. But I mean, look at this Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, kind of this releasing, this aging out of stuff. And it's just this need to create new. So really, this is what's going to be happening. Now, the full moon occurs when the sun in Leo forms an opposition to the moon in Aquarius. And the full moon is a time of culmination and the promise of fulfillment of that which started at the new moon. So it's an emotional time. It's a time of romance and fertilization and realizations. And we're all going to be feeling this is on a general level. By the way, guys, I am going to get to the cards. If you're not interested in the astrology, you could just fast forward until you see me pulling the cards, okay? I'm not going to be time stamping for this one. I'm sorry. It's just it's very time consuming, and I can't afford the time this time. I'm sorry. But back to this, the Leo sun is very proud, right? And it's intensely individual. It's all about creativity, right? And being out there. And isn't content with just being one of the crowd, you know? So the Aquarius moon, while individualism is very important to Aquarius as well and being unique, the Aquarius also values independence and the team and community, right? And the group spirit, right? Because Aquarius is the landlord of the 11th house of friendships or community, you know, things that we connect ourselves with through choice, people we connect ourselves with through choice. But the full moon is going to illuminate this conflict of what you want, right? Your creativity, what you want for yourself, what you want in relationship, what you want to do for fun, what you want to do in business, how you see your relationship with your children being the right way to be, right? All these things that you see. It's going to be very illuminated with the need to understand the bigger picture. So this is and that's pretty profound because it's through this where there's going to be a lot of change, okay? Now, when the full moon occurs, we can suddenly burst forth with proclamations and outpours that seem fresh and new simply because they're not yet rationalized, though. Not because they're thought through and not because they're the best idea. They might be the best idea, but in this energy, it's almost impossible to think anything through with significant clarity, particularly because we do have Neptune retrograde. So there is this inherent lack of clarity here in this energy that we have to just simply acknowledge, right? But the full moon illuminates feelings, attitudes, and circumstances that already exist for us to look at them even more closely. So this is a time of awakening to the need for others, or to answer some humanitarian impulse that you might be pushed. Some of you might be in a space, even on a very personal level, where you're deeply, profoundly moved, disturbed, worried, concerned about the world that we're living in right now. It's hitting very close to home for many of us, and this is something that many of us are dealing with, right? But this moon square to Uranus suggests that we should watch for prematurity and abrupt changes or rebellion, keeping it real. That's what Uranus is, right? And Uranus, because it's retrograde, you know, Uranus is here, but because Neptune is retrograde, we're not seeing things clearly. We're not seeing things clearly. You know, so this lack of clarity is lining up with Uranus in a way where it's just like, yeah, you know, I see the future, I know what I want, but you don't really know everything. And not because you don't know, but because it needs a revisit. You don't have all the information. There's something you don't have all the information about, okay? So it's just something to think about. Now, this phase of the moon occurs at 11 degrees and 46 minutes of Aquarius, affecting people with personal planets and points at around 8 to 16 degrees of the fixed signs. So that would be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius most significantly, but you know, even though you're a Cancer, I don't know what you are. You could be a Cancer moon, sun, you could be a Cancer rising, you know, Venus, moon. You may have one of these fixed signs in your chart, but we're all going to be feeling it, all of us, okay? And I can hear you guys from here like, oh, thank God, the tension's off of us for a minute, like so significantly. But we're all going to be feeling it. And I'm going to speak a little more specifically in a moment with where the squares are going to be. You're going to be feeling the squares and stuff. But we have on August 4th, we have Mercury is going to be entering Leo. So when Mercury is in Leo, our thinking is more confident and very kind of like grandiose. The focus is now on the goal. And the bigger the goal, the better. And the details really don't even matter right now. We're more expressive. We tend to like go into like storytelling mode in this, under this influence, giving speeches, you know, things like that. We're also more convincing, very persuasive, which is great. See, so I think this is a good element. We exude confidence when whatever we speak, whatever we write, right? Because it's a Mercury, and Mercury rules communication. The only thing is, like I've been saying, like our ears can be broken in this energy, right? We're not listening. We may not be listening as we normally do with Mercury and Leo. So that's just the only little caveat, okay? And then on the 7th, we have Venus entering into Cancer. All right, so Venus in Cancer from August 7th to September 6th. It's a nurturing and like a very protective and but a very curious, very fertile, by the way, those of you who maybe are trying to get pregnant. But it's a very sensitive energy, right? Where we're going to experience a lot of emotional up and downs in love and what we think we want, and just feeling very sensitive. And we show our love through devotion and care here. We're very cuddly. This is a very, very cuddly energy, Cancer, very cuddly. Now, you guys are going to be having this in your first house of self. Yes, I like this for you because you're going to be very attractive, because the first house of self is your physical appearance to the outside world. It's everything that like makes you physical. It's also how people accept you when they first meet you. So they're going to be meeting this very Venusian Cancer, right? So very sort of very attractive, kind of very together. There's just going to be like this extra thing about you when people meet you. So who doesn't love that? I mean, that's all good stuff. Now, speaking for Cancer and only Cancer, I do want to just mention the squares. Now, I know a lot of channels are like, oh, the planets are going to be fighting with each other and this and that, and all of that is a very good point. However, I would prefer to keep it a little more on the positive, because the squares are so beneficial. Understanding that August 3rd truly is, I've been saying, forget that, oh, it's the next cycle and this is the next chapter. And now we're closing that bad boy and we're opening up the next volume and we're starting to write that. It's like seriously a new life coming into. It just is, guys. Wait until you feel the energies rolling out. I promise you this, okay? But we have these squares that we're going to have to deal with this month, okay? Now, we have Mars in the 12th is going to be squaring Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in your 9th house. There's a square. What does a square mean? It means wherever these energies are, there's tension, and it needs to be resolved through action. So there has to be some sort of resolution, and as this issue is resolved, it's something that was destined to happen because there's karma that needs to be released. And now in this dynamic, the karma that needs to be released, because remember, Saturn is about structure and karma, and it's old. There's age here, so there's time behind this. Pluto is about transformation, and Jupiter expands whatever it's in. So there's an expansion of transformation when it comes to karma, past issues, anything like that, okay? And Mars is all about, you're not doing that anymore. Remember, Mars is a tower energy. We got to go this way now. Now it's time to go this way. So we have this 9th house, 12th house dynamic. You have to burn off karma in that 9th house, which is your religious beliefs, your moral code, your moral compass, how you think life is supposed to be. All of these rules that you've written for yourself along the way that you think relationship is supposed to be, you know, your job is supposed to be. your parenting skills are supposed to be, how your kids are supposed to be, what your neighborhood's supposed to be like, how much money you're supposed to have in the bank. All of these things. It really is, it's that Sagittarius house, which is actually where the South Node is. And it's that belief system. Okay, there needs to be some karmic release from there. And you're going to be doing that by tapping into your spirituality, your higher spirituality. I'm not talking about your dogmatic religion or your basic belief system. The 12th house energy ruled by landlord is Pisces, ruled by Neptune. That has to do with like the veil being very thin between worlds. Higher spirituality. I'm talking like occult stuff like I'm doing here. It is about getting in touch with your dreams, reassessing your dreams and what you really, really want for yourself. What have you believed up to this point that you really wanted? It's time to revisit that. It's time to update it. It doesn't mean completely change, but something needs to be burnt off and it needs to be readjusted in that area of your dreams. Okay, and what it is that you really, really want and what you're going after. Really what you're going after is really what I want to say. And then we have the galactic center is really going to be activating the South Node in Sagittarius in your 6th house. What is the 6th house? Day-to-day work environment, your day-to-day general life, actually. But it also has to do with your health, your mental, physical, and emotional health. So something is going to need to be released in the 6th house. So it could be a job, releasing a major in school and changing majors, releasing a health issue and taking better care of yourself, releasing debt, because debt could also be found here. Anything there, a release. There needs to be a release. It's time to release something in that 6th house, but it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing. And then we have the new moon in Leo with Mercury on the 18th in your 2nd house of resources. So I love this for you. This means your money's going to be looking good, right? Because this is where the sun and the moon meet to communicate and create. So it's something to do with resources or something that you value. So if it's not money, it's not investments, it's something that you value that is something new is going to be formed. That's going to be coming to culmination in like 6 to 9 months. So there's going to be a lot of, plant your seeds of intention here, very important, and really going to be very good for your 2nd house energies, Cancer. I really, really like this. So good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so I'm going to put the wheel on the side here, and let's get into pulling the cards for you. We're going to start with the Lenormand, and then we'll pull a Celtic cross spread. And at the end, I'll pull a few love oracles and also a few cards for career, just to keep it fair. So I know a lot of people are like, well, you spend a lot of time on relationship. I'm like, you know what? I never had so many people wanting information really on their career. But I get it because the world is different now. It's a different world. Ooh, we got the owls. Good. All right, a message wants to come in. Somebody needs to give you a message, Cancer. Somebody wise needs to give you a message. Okay, Compass. Somebody needs to give you a message about what you're doing with your life, the direction that you're going, This is a beautiful invitation to listen to somebody. Let me just pull one more. Okay, good. We get the dog. This could be somebody who you have a really good connection with. This could be a friend, or it could be your dog, But the dog does represent, obviously, close friend, confidant. And this is the thing. In the Lenormand, the dog's message is, you got this. You know what to do. Listen to yourself. You know what to do. But this is somebody who you really trust, who you bounce ideas off of. So this is there is definitely a message that's coming in to give you more direction, and you're not sure if you should do it, should you not do it, but yet you kind of know what you should do. And the dog just validates that. Listen to yourself. You got this. You're cooking something. You're cooking some sort of plan, some sort of idea. You have some sort of something floating around, and you're just not sure. Okay, should I definitely do it? We have the 8th house, which is about transformation. And we have the sun. Okay, you want to just check your ego. Okay, where is, for good or bad, maybe your ego or somebody else's ego getting in the way. And then we have Scorpio. Scorpio is actually the landlord of the 8th house. So we have lots of transformation going on here. Lots of transformation going on here. You know, in that 8th house energy, you know, the 8th house is, it's time to really kind of like peel off another layer of yourself, to just really show what's underneath, because you might be scared to kind of bring yourself to this deeper level of yourself, this deeper level of vulnerability or openness to something. But the energy here says, yeah, just, you know, make sure you don't get in your way, and you want to just keep your ego checked at the door. But I like that this is, it's like, I feel like the message is coming in about something that's going to allow the transformation. And, you know, guys, it doesn't even have to be like that big a deal. It could simply be like, you know, should I make this adjustment in my job? Should I make this adjustment in this part of my life? You know, what should I do? It's definitely a message coming in. And you're being invited to see something differently. But it can be trusted. I love that we got the dog there. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. King of Pentacles. All right. Listen, good stuff if we're here with a career on our heart. The Tower. Not mad at that. It's Mars. Mars is everywhere this month. Transformation much? Cancer, seriously? We have the crowning energy, the Tower, and the foundation is the Death. We have judgment coming into this. This I like. This is making a decision. Ah, nice. 10 of Cups as your future. The near future is the 10 of Cups. All right, the reading's over. We don't need it. That's your near future. That's what we need. 10 of Pentacles is you right now. Good. I feel like you're feeling abundant. I do. Very nice. 3 of Cups energy is the energy external to you. A little bit of celebratory vibe going on there. Mercury in Cancer too. You might be getting a lot of job offers right now. Communication coming in. Relationship offers for those of you with a relationship on your heart. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles in your fear position. So the fear position is, I call it, I can breathe energy. See, I can breathe. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then we have the Knight of Swords as the outcome energy here. I like this reading for you. Even though we got the Tower, and we got the Death card. Well, the Death card's actually not a bad card. But the Judgment card is all about having to make a decision. You have to make a decision. So this could have to do with a situation going on within your home, where it's a situation that it could be about your marriage. It could be about a situation having to do with one of your children. But there is a decision that needs to be made. In this process, this decision is meant to move towards ultimate healing. And this is in the recent past. When we have the Judgment energy, in this highest vibration, you're going to be reflecting on something that you did, something that you took on, a career, a major in school, a relationship, that friendship, whatever it is. And you're going to reflect on how you were in that connection. And you're going to say, you know what? I really did the best I could when I was in it. I think they did the best they could too. I think everybody did the best they could. All right. What could we learn from it? Let's everybody forgive and move on towards healing. But you have to decide to do it. And this is the thing. It's not going to just happen on its own. That's the thing with the Judgment energy. Making the decision to forgive somebody for something, a situation, for what it was. Now we have the 9 of Cups, which is it's beautiful. It's the 9 of Cups, Jupiter and Pisces energy, wish fulfillment. And it's crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. Who doesn't like that, right? This is Leo and Virgo. Leo is a very fiery energy. Virgo is a problem-solving energy. It's being critical. So the Knight of Pentacles, it's through. Now, this could very well be just money, right? It could be where there is a lot of focus on money, and there being a lot of creativity in the area of how you make your money, and it going very beautifully, and you're reaching your dreams. Like, you're going to know if that resonates with you. This is the current situation. For others of you, this could just be what your focus is right now, having to do with money. Others of you, this is meeting a person who understands what is necessary to solve the problem within a friendship some sort of relationship, anything like that. Because Virgo is that pragmatic energy. It's the critical thinker, but they are the problem solvers of the zodiac. And the problem that's being solved has to do with the Pentacle energy in relationship. It has to do with mental, physical, and emotional connection. Okay, so that's what that means. And we have the Tower. All right. So something becomes illuminated. That brings something, that pulls something apart, right? But remember, this is a Tower energy, and the Tower is also connected to the Chariot, which is connected to Cancer. I don't want to confuse you, but I don't want you to be too scared of the Tower card ever, because what happens here with this is whatever's illuminated and whatever falls apart, it's only because you have not been paying attention to the red flags and all the signs along the way. Having to do with that job, having to do with that relationship, having to do with your own thinking. You could be in a fabulous relationship and love your job. This could have to do with your mindset and your thinking. Perhaps it's become outdated and it's just not serving you anymore. And Mars isn't letting you be in that space anymore. You know? Because, right, it does have to do with, right, your belief systems. I mean, that's where we're seeing these squares happen for you. So that's why I feel like I'm kind of interpreting it like that. I mean, most logistically, right? It's what my back is telling me. I'm a Taurus moon. I get my messages in my back, plus in alignment with the astrology. And then we get the Death card here. So Death card is a Scorpio energy. So this is about endings and beginnings simultaneously. So there's a transformation happening here. So I actually am really loving this, because I think that whatever happened, whatever is going to happen during this energy, because something is going to happen, it's not happening yet. Whatever you're taking down, whether it's your thought process, whatever it is, because this is a general reading, but it wasn't meant for you. And for some reason or another, you know, look, we have to call it what it is, right? I mean, yeah, I'm Cancer Venus, so I get it. I mean, it's Cancer energies, it's very, very hard to let go of stuff. It really is. It's very challenging. Like literally, like many, many things stay past their expiration date with a Cancer energy, and it's because it's such a loving energy, and it's like, you know, you want to keep giving chances and all of this, and so it's very easy for the red flags to be missed, or to slap the rose-colored glasses on and to try to make a circle fit in a square, even though, you know, you feel like you're wearing your shoes on the wrong feet and your feet hurt, but you still like doing it. This is like no more, right? But I feel like this is really having to do with your thought system, your thought process, right? Because then here you are, 10 of Pentacles, loving this. This is such a great energy. So for some of you, you might be thinking about getting married. Some of you may have just been proposed to. You might be thinking about asking somebody else to get married, or you might be thinking about longer term goals, future, right? With this Uranus energy in here, future goals, and what it is that you need to do and adjust on your path in order to bring that to fruition. So that's going to resonate with some of you. Others of you, you're feeling really connected in your relationship. You're feeling really great. But even though you're realizing, oh, you know what? Cancer self, I have to update my thinking. I mean, that can happen from the Judgment energy as well. I want to be in this relationship. I want to be in this job, whatever it is. I need to update my thinking. And you're feeling really good about yourself in that. You're feeling really connected to yourself. This is a deepening of communication within relationship. If this has to do with a job, this is you getting into a job and you being very successful. I'm loving this. This is really, really good. Really good. And now that could just be you right now, or it could just be the energetic influence that's surrounding you right now. But that's a very nice energy. It's like I feel like a lot of you guys are feeling the change. You know it's coming. And you're embracing it. Because what else are we going to do? Seriously. What else are we going to do? I like it. And then we have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is a Mercury in Cancer. So some of you, again, might be getting a lot of job offers. A lot of you guys might be getting a lot of really positive correspondence. A lot of you might be getting a lot of offers in the romance department, online, or some sort of connection via the internet. Those of you in relationship, this could be you're just in a very celebratory space, like a beautiful space with your partner. For those of you who aren't involved with anybody and you don't want to be involved with anybody. You're just having a good time with your friends and, you know, connecting to people as much as you can in person, maybe also mix it in with social media, whatever it is. But I feel like you guys are in like a good space. You're in a good space, right? I feel like, you know, you're allowing good stuff to happen to you. If you're resonating with this, you know, you're one of those Cancers out there who are just like, you know what? It's been a hell of a couple of years, serious business, being that damn North Node of the moon. And now that I'm out of that, now everything is sort of falling, it's starting to fall into place. Things are falling off away from you, but things are also coming into you at the same time. But your fear is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is a Venus in Virgo energy. So I feel like you're just afraid of being successful. I feel like you're afraid of having, you're afraid that you're not going to have. And this is a very mental energy, so I'm really not going to labor over that. I don't think it's a big deal. We have in your outcome energy the Knight of Swords. So this is I like this because this is Taurus and Gemini. So Taurus is a pentacle energy and it's in Gemini. So I feel like you're going to be learning, Gemini, something new in order to bring you a very grounded sense of stability, which is the Taurus energy, right? And the Knight comes in and announces these things. Swords are air. Okay, so air is any kind of communication. So this could be you taking a workshop, a certification, you coming across something online, somebody hitting you up on social media and you being like, oh my God, that's great. Yeah, I want to take that class or do that. Or this could just be you learning the ropes, doing something new. But this is a really good opportunity for you. I really like it. And it's because you've allowed the release of something else that you are welcoming something else in. So 10 of Cups is the near future. If it's your job, it's going to be fantastic. This indicates success. This indicates great communication within business partnerships. This indicates of positive finances across the board. If this is relationship, this is a deepening of communication, a deepening of commitment. For some of you, this can be the decision to move in together, to level your relationship up. Or for many of you, it could just simply be to start speaking more specifically and seriously about the future that you guys are going to have together. Okay, that could be for many of you. But it's just a benefic energy, very benefic. So however it would end up coming into fruition for you guys is really what that would mean. You know, you have to apply the cards as you see fit. This is so funny. I have to take this card every time I put it back. It keeps sliding out. So I'm just going to look at it. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this message needed to come out for somebody. Sagittarius and Capricorn. Sagittarius is about moving forward with intention in a job towards luck and expansion. Because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is all about luck and expansion. Sagittarius is about moving forward into something. So there's definitely change here. So that wouldn't stop sliding out. Every time I straightened it out, it would slide back out. So that needed to be given to somebody. If somebody needed a final validation of something new that they're thinking about doing. Okay, it's okay. Let's get 3 cards for our Cancer friends. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times you must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. That's a great energy to get when we get the Tower, for sure. Give thanks for all the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Yes, that's the 10 of Cups. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Yes, this is this, 9th house, 12th house kind of argument here. Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, really good for relationship, I'm seeing. That's what I see. So, unfortunately for those Cancers who don't resonate with this, I'm sorry, maybe I get you next time. But this... Oh, look, the Tower and the Death, are they easy? No. But come on now. You have all these other cards. You have all these other cards. I really do feel that it's your belief system that's changing. That's really what I'm getting. You have a good friend or a confidant who's trying to get you to see something a different way. All right, now for career, 2 of Swords. Okay, you're going to be confused. Yes, you're going to be a little confused here. Moon in Libra. Moon, as I feel in Libra, is that 7th house of, well, first of all, it's the 7th house of business partnerships. And you're like, well, I don't know. Should I get into this? Should I not? Well, by Venus, am I going to make the money? Is everything going to be equitable? I'm not sure. Is it enough money? We get the devil energy. You got to look at where is the imbalance in your life. You have to look at your work-life balance. Are you going to be able to make the money that you want to make doing what you're doing? Is there any sort of addiction at play in your life right now that needs addressing, that might be getting in the way? Are you struggling with any kind of anxiety or depression that maybe you're not feeling brave enough right now to look at? These are things that you need to look at. Now, you also may be dealing with the devil energy, and that's why you're confused. Like, you might like what you're doing, but you might be like, you know what, it's like this is a go nowhere thing. It's just not balanced enough. I might like what I'm doing, but I'm not getting what I need, right? That's a devil energy. Devil is anywhere where there's imbalance. 9 of Wands. Moon in Sagittarius. Moon in Sagittarius. This is you are feeling the need to move on to something new. I have to pull another one for you. 5 of Swords. You're recognizing that things are not going to be any different than they are right now going into the future, right? Because that is an Aquarius card, right? It's Venus in Aquarius. 5 is conflict. Swords are the truth. The truth of the matter is, you focus on your future, and it's not going to be any different if you move into the future. And then we have the new job card, Ace of Coins. Okay. All right, I pulled a few extra cards for you guys for career, but sorry, that's what I needed to do. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Enjoy your full moon. Please make those intentions. Plant the seeds. Write it down on blue ink, on a piece of paper. Fold it up. Put it away. Say your prayers to Spirit. Light a candle. Say your wishes out loud. And then blow the candle out. That's what I do. You guys take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.